What can he do?
With his mastery of the 4 elements, he will begin to change hearts. And it is in the heart that all wars are won.
Following the coloring system of the Chi-Ra and the black and white projection system, we gear up and follow new tracks of this ancient interaction between the Demiurge and Mother. In my previous videos we have seen an invasion of a parasite entity entering our biosphere through launching an electrical arc, creating a breach within our electrical field, and probably installing or hijacking the masculine energy within the Demiurge energy system. The Demiurge, in Gnostic teachings, represents Mother's self-reflection. He who fashions the physical universe. Is this plasma sphere really part of our biosphere, or has it been created by powers outside our creator? Is it an universal system that within each creator or biosystem could be the same? Like a DVD writer lens that reads the information on the disk, with the disk being the creator's biosphere or the cloud. Might it be a system for self-protection against energies from outside our creator? A system where the Chi-Ra and the black and white projectors, through creating self-awareness, can give all present entities a chance to influence the multiple energy flows like fear and love within our consciousness, and so giving the strongest energy the most power within? Everything in the universe is energy and vibration. Energy that represents self-reflection, like the Demiurge energy sphere that has been separated from Mother's energy, could be tuning into different vibrations through the self-realization process, and so can be vulnerable for other energies to pick up these vibrations. Vibrations that can lead to certain frequencies, in which other energy forms than Mother can tune into. Energies that could be representing other entities.
Come on, take the ticket. We're busy here. Come on, take the ticket. Take it. Take the tickets.
I need this, right?
I'll remember your face.
I have my attorney with me, and I realize that his name is not on that list, but we must have that suite. Yes, we must have that suite. What's the score here? What's next?
Your suite isn't ready yet, but someone was looking for you.
No, we haven't done anything yet. Move!
I can't handle this. This man suffers from a bad heart. But I have plenty of medicine. My name is Dr. Gonzo. Prepare a suite at once. We'll be in the bar.
Within Black X-Star, I sketch a theory of one of these entities being visualized within the Skull and Bones marking. Within many concepts and movies, this energy is being symbolized as pirates, or should we say, piratas. So, what do pirates have in common with the Demiurge energy sphere that is hovering over Mother? Within the Minoan nutshell, we discovered that the Demiurge is blind to all that is spiritual, but he is king over the other two provinces, the physical world and numerical ratios in mathematics. When we look outside our window, we can see the physical realm that is surrounding us being full of fractal geometry, creating many patterns and processes we find in nature. The Fibonacci code, the Phi of pirates. Ra, referring to the sun god Ra, which I think in Greek mythology is Prometheus. He who stole the Olympian fire from the gods and created and energizes the sun. Prometheus approaching the Meru's 5-point star biosphere. The falcon symbolizes the predator touchdown into a crater, in which this bird converts itself into the phoenix, a bird that symbolizes the rebirth from the ashes of transformation. Pirates, from Greek pirates, is literally one who attacks or make an hostile attempt, attack, or to try and risk. Test can be referred to the Greek agent noun ending istis or ist, one who does or makes. So pirates can be translated into the one who makes or risks an attempt to attack, using Phi, the Fibonacci coding in fractal geometry, through the eye of Ra. So here we see the Ark of Ra with Prometheus, approaching the island with Meru, Mother, sighting a new ship that is anchored or linked with Mother. In Changing Hearts, we will follow the Titan energies into their project of hijacking the ship, with Mother being the island, the center of it all. The ship probably represents our Taurus field or cloud. But what is the story of Mother? In my research I speak of her being the large mountain of Meru, located somewhere on an island in the sea, like a massive antenna centered at the torus equilibrium of a crater, a location somewhere on Antarctica. In my video Saving Mother, I shared my thoughts of Meru's location on the Hereford map. Visible on the images of this SpaceX vessel, we see the presence of more water than is pictured on the map, with several areas flooded. To me, she represents the heartbeat of our world, generating a large electromagnetic torus field that's linked with the torus of our hearts.
In the beginning, there was only ocean, until the mother island emerged, Te Fiti. Her heart held the greatest power ever known. It could create life itself. And Te Fiti.
Meru, Mother. In the oldest stories known, she is the center of life, the center of creation of all other elder gods and monads.
Fiti shared it with the world. But in time, some began to seek Te Fiti's heart. They believed if they could possess it, the great power of creation would be theirs.
The power of creation. Is this referring to a stone? The heart of the mountain. Is this the Arkenstone?
And one day, the most daring of them all voyaged across the vast ocean to take it. He was a demigod of the wind and sea.
A demigod of the wind and sea. Is this Horus or Apollo aiming for the Mother Island? And a flyby through the two mountain walls of Meru?
He was a warrior, a trickster, a shapeshifter who could change form with the power of his magical fish hook. And his name was Maui.
Hold up there, you! It's a shilling to tie up your boat at the dock. And I shall need to know your name.
What do you say to 3 shillings? And we forget the name.
Welcome to Port Royal, Mr. Smith.
You see Jack buying himself clearance with 3 shillings, the Trinity, known to be a powerful energy structure which we see often returning in this research. Apparently it gives Jack extra power in his actions and beliefs, energizing a flow which can be scanned by others to attract or trigger and to support this flow.
But without her heart, Te Fiti began to crumble, giving birth to a terrible darkness.
After the touchdown of the Falcon of Ra, Prometheus, Jack is looking for a new ship to board, or to captain, with captain being to captive or detain the ship. Clearly visible to see are the pillars of Hercules, which need to be crossed before captain the ship.
Maui tried to escape, but was confronted by another who sought the heart. Heka, a demon of earth and fire. Maui was struck from the sky, never to be seen again. And his magical fish hook and the heart of Te Fiti were lost to the sea.
Maui, which might be a horse or Apollo, took away the heart of Te Fiti, mother, which until then balanced life in this world and so all the elements that sustain it, earth, wind, fire and water. By taking away the heart, an imbalance was created, leading to conflict between the elements.
Where even now, 1,000 years later, Te Ka and the demons of the deep still hunt for the heart, hiding in a darkness that will continue to spread, chasing away our fish, draining the life from island after island, until every one of us is devoured by the bloodthirsty jaws.
Without the heart, we lose connection with the universe. We lose our imagination of the universe, creating the nothing, or black body radiation, a field that resets the electromagnetic field of the biosphere, creating vectors in the field that can absorb new frequencies.
Of inescapable death! But one day, the heart will be found by someone who will journey beyond our reef, find Maui, deliver him across the great ocean to restore Te Fiti's heart and save us all.
Yes, by crossing an ocean we will get a new prospect on life. Then we recap into the story of Polnaxis. We see a ship in front of the painting with Meru and the Demiurge. Clearly a message one would need a ship to reach her.
You! Get away from there! You don't have permission to be aboard there, mate.
I'm sorry, it's such a pretty boat. Ship.
What's your name? Smith.
Oh, Smithy, if you like.
What's your purpose in Port Royal, Mr. Smith? And no lies.
Why then? I confess. It is my intention to commandeer one of these ships, pick up a crew and Tortuga, raid, pillage, plunder, and otherwise pilfer my Weasley black guts out.
I said no lies.
think he's telling the truth.
If he were telling the truth, he wouldn't have told us.
Unless, of course, he knew you wouldn't believe the truth, even if he told it to you.
So how are we gonna return or heal the heart of Mother? Let the story begin.
One of 882 identical pieces they delivered in a stone chest to Cortez himself. Blood money paid to stem the slaughter he wreaked upon him with his armies. But the greed of Cortez was insatiable. So the heathen gods placed upon the gold a terrible curse. Any mortal that removes but a single piece from that stone chest shall be punished for eternity.
In the movie, the pirate medallion is part of a cursed treasure in a stone chest of 882 gold pieces. The gold of this treasure is referring to the golden heart. The heart that is good and full of love and is connected with the universe. It's cursed as the pirates in the movie follow black projections, fueled by greed and fear, and have stolen this treasure from the heart, representing the people in this world that follow these projections and energies.
We were first told the tale, buried on an island of the dead what cannot be found, except for those who know where it is. Find it, we did. There'll be the chest. Inside be the gold. We took them all. We spent them and traded them, and frittered them away, drink and food and pleasurable company. The more we gave them away, the more we came to realize the drink would not satisfy. Food turned to ash in our mouths, and all the pleasurable company in the world could not slake our lust. We accursed men, Miss Turner. Compelled by greed we were, but now we are consumed by it.
Productive anymore, at least to make things anymore. It's all automated. What are we for then? We're consumers.
The angel number 882 will spread a shockwave of awareness over the people. Their hearts are being cold, a change of wind. It is a karmic number. It suggests that a fateful period in life has begun. It is time to become aware of your inner self in order to fulfill your destiny in this world. 882 will act as an inner voice that will lead a person to make the most important decision in his life. In numerology, it is a magic combination. It shows a clear connection between man and the universe.
I believe thanks are in order.
Love and angel number 882. This means that the actions that he performs play in a very important role for the universe. You have avoided taking certain actions. You are afraid to move out of your comfort zone. Your angels are calling on you to be brave. At the same time, angel number 882 means redemption. You have been enslaved by feelings of fear and worry for too long. Your divine guides are calling on you to do away with the toxic energies in your life. Some of the things in your life are preventing you from living your life to the fullest. You need this divine help to reach your full potential.
Hang him. Keep your guns on him, men. Gillette, fetch some irons. Well, well. Jack Sparrow, isn't it? Captain Jack Sparrow, please. I don't see your ship. Captain?
I'm in the market, as it were.
He said he'd come to commandeer one.
Told you he was telling the truth. These are his, sir.
The ship being the electromagnetic torus field of Meru, the crater's cloud, and probably the natural dome of this crater's biosphere. Prometheus and the Titans been seeking to control Mother's torus field, to captain the new ship, and probably creating its own field.
No additional shots nor powder. A compass that doesn't point north. And I half expected it to be made of wood. You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of. But you have heard of.
Sparrow. Does this bird tattoo really represent a sparrow? Or could it be a different kind of bird? A bird of prey. Bird of prey in the summer sky? We can see the sunset or sunrise at an ocean or sea, with the bird touching down from the sky. Prometheus style?
And his magical fishhook and the heart of Tefiti were lost.
On the Hereford map we noticed the mermaid. Within her structure and looking through a 3D view we find Mount Meru. Clearly visible we see the hook and the sphere within it. To me this is the Demiurge energy plasma sphere. The same hook Maui probably is holding. Represents the Demiurge, the emptiness left after the heart of golden love has been removed.
With pride, I can make us strong. I'll be satisfied if I play along. But the voice inside sings a different song. What is wrong with me? See the light as it shines from the sea. It's blinding, but no one knows how deep it goes. And it seems like it's coming after me, so come find me and let me know what's beyond that line. Will I cross that line? The line where the sky is the sea. It calls me, and no one knows how far.
More questions could lead to more answers. I feel the Chi-Ra coloring system represents a universal energy and projection system, and where electromagnetic discharge processes of the plasma universe interact within a physical realm or reality, using the 4 elements in the 5 platonic solids to shape this physical universe. The crosses of the Chi-Ra and the Matisse cross represent the 4 states of matter: solid, liquid, gas and plasma. Within the elements they are earth, water, wind and fire. Within all its facets, these 4 represent many creations and characteristics, but all sharing a common link with each other. They are attached to another element, the 5th element, the element of spirit or soul. The 5th element, which goes by a variety of names, is more rarefied than the 4 physical elements. Some call it spirit, others call it ether.
A few cells are still alive. It's more than I need.
You at least identified it?
We tried, but the computer went off the chart. You see, normal human beings have 40 DNA memo groups, which is more than enough for any species to perpetuate itself. This has 200,000 memo groups.
Sounds like a freak of nature to me.
Yeah. Can't wait to meet him.
To me, the fifth element is generated by combining the other four elements into energy fields within a physical realm, the window to the spirit realm, through creating electromagnetic fields through charge and discharges, and so sustaining the universe with pattern information and algorithms, the telling stories, with DNA being the cosmic antenna for each cell.
We form A, B, C, D, and Z. Out of all these forms, form A, B, and Z are more common. Now these three forms, the most common form that is present inside the cell is form B. So let's start. Now B form. B form is a right-handed helix. It is present in a very humid environment, around 92%, and low concentration of ions. And this is the ideal environment of the cell. That's why the most common form of DNA present inside the cell is B form. Now, each turn contains 10 base pairs in B form. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If we look at the top view, you can see that this blue portion is basically the sugar and phosphate backbone, while the yellow or greenish portion is basically the nitrogenous bases.
Is that thing solid? Unbreakable. Good.
If you want out,
Within our biosphere, Mount Meru, our mother, probably is the generator of these electromagnetic fields. She is the heart of the nucleus of the crater, like a DNA nucleus of a cell. Connected to this field and the fuel for generating it are the hearts of all bioelectrical systems of the crater.
I do not like this new attitude.
Oh, I'll show you attitude, old man.
No, breathe.
What is your problem? Just leave me alone.
Sir, reporting high levels of sass.
Take it to DEFCON 2.
DEFCON 2.
I don't know where this disrespectful attitude came from.
You want a piece of this, Pops?
Yeah, well, look.
Prepare the foot.
For bioelectrical systems like humans, but also a crater, a monad, these fields are monitored and centered by a control chamber, the secret chamber of the heart.
Keys to safety position. Ready to launch on your command, sir.
Just shut up!
Fire!
That's it. Go to your room.
The foot is down. The foot is down. Woo!
Good job, gentlemen. That could have been a disaster.
Well, that was a disaster.
The divine spark, also called the Christ flame, is anchored in the hidden or secret chamber of the heart. It is the trinity of body, mind, and soul. The faithful flame supplies man's need for power to run the body, the faith and goodwill of the divine intent, wisdom to nourish the mind, the illumination and the right of use of knowledge of the law, and love to fulfill the destiny of the soul in conscious order manifestation, a just and merciful compassion that is always rewarded by individual creative fulfillment. To make a long story short, it is the divine connection with the universe. But, like many chambers, the secret chamber is locked. For anyone seeking to control the threefold flame, and so human consciousness within this biosphere, this chamber needs to be unlocked. For that, one will need a key, a personal monk key, a key to get in or out of the heart.
Get it. Monkey.
If you see a bearish future in the decade ahead, consider the changes sweeping the world and the opportunities they offer.
And the opportunities they offer. Ooh, they really dosed us, Jim. Major low, danger, Will Robinson, danger. You gotta get it together. Focus, focus, focus. Remember the plan. I did my part. What? Shh. Not what? When? Yes. When? Now. Now, Jim. Now.
Yes! Now! Buy! Sell! Start! Buy! Purchase! Sell! Yes! No more monkey business!
Your key go to a chest, and it is what lay inside the chest you seek, don't it?
What is inside? Gold? Jewels? Unclaimed properties of valuable nature? Nothing bad, I hope.
You know David Jones, yes? A man of the sea, a great sailor, until he ran afoul of that which vexed all men.
What vexes all men?
What do you mean?
Well, the sea sums. Dichotomy of good and evil.
A woman.
A woman. He fell in love.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at our destination, the Bermuda Triangle.
See, it was a woman as changing and harsh and untamable as the sea. He never stopped loving her, but the pain it caused him was too much to live with, but not enough to cause him to die.
What exactly did he put into the chest?
Him heart.
Literally or figuratively? He couldn't literally put his heart in the chest. Could he?
It was not worth feeling what small, fleeting joy life brings. And so, him carve out him heart, lock it away in a chest, and hide the chest from the world. The key, he keep with him at all times.
So, the secret chamber has a trinity energy structure, from which energy currents create a vortex within the chest of all living bioelectrical creatures of humankind. A shestadron, a 7-point heptahedron structure, and where the heart's energy field perfectly fits, and which probably connects and energizes the biofield or the torus, and the 7 chakras with the universe. Or does it connect with the 7 heavens of the Kaaba dome, sustaining it from pattern information and creating or manifesting consciousness and being within this system? This animation visualizes how the shestahedron comes into being when the tetrahedron is opened up like a flower. As the tetrahedron opens, it becomes the shestahedron, finally becoming a stellated octahedron. The stellated octahedron fits exactly within a larger tetrahedron that is exactly double the size of the original tetrahedron. The shastahedron then comes out of the tetrahedron and spins into the bell shape. Notable to see is the trinity structure inside the shastahedron. Shastahedron in rotation is the first geometrical bell-shaped form ever found, and therefore it is the first time the mystery behind the geometry of the bell has been solved in the history of bell making. It has been found in years of research that this geometry is the basis of the left ventricle of the human heart. Naming the shastahedron came from the heart being the dominant organ in the chest. Within the physical body, the shastahedron and its vortex are fueled by the small and large circle of human blood circulation. It's the charge and discharge within this vortex that actually looks like a Maltese cross, with the heart as center, that is causing electrical currents for the blood to rotate within, a rotation probably caused by the rotating of the bell. To me, the heart does not act like a pump that's circulating the blood. Rather, it's generating this electromagnetic vortex field, the bell, creating imploding electrical force, causing the blood to rotate within blood vessels. Several chakras are anchored within this blood circulation system, tuning and vibrating onto this electromagnetic field. By investigating the human torus field and the effect of radiation on this structure, I start to realize that there's a large-scale attack or pressurizing ongoing against this vortex field. The 7-point structure of the shastahedron, the chakra system, the red and blue bloodstreams and energy fields. It all could be the result of many thousands of years of Xboxing our original field. Or is it a universal system that can be changed or alternated by changing frequencies and the chakra coloring system?
It's a key. No. Much more better. It is a drawing of a key. Gentlemen, what do keys do?
Keys unlock things, and whatever this key unlocks, inside there's something valuable. So we're setting out to find whatever this key unlocks.
No. If we don't have the key, we can't open whatever it is we don't have that it unlocks. So what purpose would be served in finding whatever need be unlocked, which we don't have, without first having found the key what unlocks it?
So we're going after this key.
You're not making any sense at all. Any more questions?
Word of my son for quite some time. Do you know where he is?
I've not heard of anything, sire. I'm sure word of him will come to us soon.
The Northern Water Tribe Benders are given their strength by the moon and ocean spirits. They will be difficult to defeat. Now, if for some reason the spirits were not involved, that would be different. What have you learned from the stolen scrolls?
We have deciphered the location of the moon and ocean spirits.
It is our destiny to have found this information, Jar. Eliminate the spirits. Take this city, and we will have thwarted the Avatar in the process.
By infecting the heart, the balance between the elements and so the coloring system has collapsed, creating an imbalance within our biosphere, the biofield, and consciousness within its bioelectrical systems.
Yeah, this is the place, man. They'll never fuck with us here.
Where's Ether? Mescaline's not working.
Oh. There we go. Right. Stop. Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Ah, devil ether. It makes you behave like the village drunkard in some early Irish novel. Total loss of all basic motor skills.
By unbalancing human emotions, senses, and its biofield order torus, the parasite entity can find weak spots within our energy system, creating portals or openings for parasitic frequencies, and where black projections can be received that energize our self-reflection system, a system that can be used to unbalance our state of being. Did we ever need a self-reflection, or were we just doing fine? Okay, here they show us the Bazooka Circus, or should we say Bazooka, the Kabazoo Circus, yes, the Kabazoo, with Koba and blue and Zoo and red, with the slogan, come on and come all, fun for all. In this scene we can see both Johnny and Benicio toxicating themselves with a chemical substance. It's symbolism for the current state of our society, and where we toxicate ourselves with chemical foods, water, medicines, stress, mind talks, radiation, and so many more in order to unbalance our system, making us vulnerable for other fields. On the background we can see a white ape, representing our APAP energy field within a white body. Probably the original field was enjoying pure light frequencies, reflecting all other radiation. But through injecting the self-reflection system within, an opening was created to receive black projections, turning it into a black body, as a black body is able to absorb and emit other frequencies. In the movie, you can see the ape changing from white into lightning on pink, representing our APAP energy field being Xboxed by alien frequencies.
Blurred vision, no balance, numb tongue. The mind recoils in horror, unable to communicate with the spinal column. Which is interesting because you can actually watch yourself behaving in this terrible way, but you can't control it. You approach the turnstiles and know that when you get there, you have to give the man $2 or he won't let you inside. But when you get there, everything goes wrong. Some angry Rotarian shoves you and you think, what's happening here? What's going on? And you hear yourself mumbling.
Don't expect a pull. No fault of mine.
Ether is the perfect drug for Las Vegas. In this town, they love a drunk. Fresh meat.
Come on, buddy.
So they put us through the turnstiles and turned us loose inside.
So why I am making all this fuss about the color pink? Pink, the new color you will discover, and it's my new obsession, according Steve Tyler. For that we return to the white body. We know that all the colors emerge from within the color white. See white as a background color, always present within the field. Let's say this field is the ether. When we look at the chakra system, we see the main 7 chakras having each a different color. Our eyes can see 3 main colors, red, blue, green. The RPG coloring system. By changing frequencies in light, thus radiation, other colors emerge in this field.
Wavelength. This wavelength makes a signal like this. This wavelength makes a signal like this. And they're different. And now, even if the intensity of the light changes, the proportion between the two signals stays the same. Now we have a reliable way to distinguish wavelength, and our brains process those signals as color. Different wavelengths make us see different colors. But there's a quirk to processing wavelengths like this. Our eyes and brains don't know the difference between seeing 2 wavelengths of light, or 1 wavelength of light, or 5 wavelengths of light. because a single wavelength can't trigger these neurons in these proportions while not triggering the middle one. But our brains still don't know the difference between 2 wavelengths or 1. Our brains don't even know what a wavelength is. To the brain, this is just another signal ratio, and it makes an experience for that signal. It's not that purple doesn't exist. Purple exists just as much as any other color. In your brain. There's just no single wavelength of purple light. We can only see purple by mixing other wavelengths. It doesn't feel special, does it?
Turns out that pink, or magenta, fuchsia, or whatever you want to call it, is actually a mix of red and blue light. Light from both ends of the rainbow that our brains see as one single color. If you try to roll up the rainbow to make a color wheel, there'll be a gap between red and violet. That's where all of the rest of the light in the universe is supposed to go. Radio waves, microwaves, infrared, ultraviolet, X-rays, gamma rays, and so on. But since we can't see any of those wavelengths, we replace all that hidden grandeur with pink. And speaking in terms of light, pink should probably be called minus green, because pink is just the leftovers of white light when you take out the green.
In Changing Hearts, I tried to sketch a concept of a parasite entity trying to manifest itself within our biosphere. For that, it needs to unlock each of our hearts by controlling the threefold flame. Within the coloring codes, our heart chakra is coded green, the color of nature, the color of mother. To change this field's frequency, in order to link onto the parasitic field, the field of mother probably will be converted onto a frequency corresponding with the terraforming goals of the parasite. This change is visualized with expelling green frequencies from the field, introducing pink. We see that the RBG system has a white background. With the introduction of the CMYK coloring system that is creating a black background, thus a black body, able to absorb and emit incidental and external frequencies, the Solomon or double tetrahedron field is the mechanism and bridge into terraforming our torus field frequencies, and so able to changing its electromagnetic power grid. Within the RBG system that's running on a white canvas background, leaving out green will result in white, red, blue, creating pink. Pink, the coloring code for the new equilibrium point of the parasite's field. Are we still following the yellow brick road, or has it turned into pink? As you can see in my hometown of Venlo, this whole scene of symbolism can be found everywhere, all in the name of liberty, human rights, the new normal, and love, of course. The red and blue you see are the city colors, the Olympians and the Titans. On many stores you can find this sign, Het Nieuwe Normaal. That means the new normal. My new obsession, pink!
We were Voyagers. We were Voyagers! We were Voyagers! We were Voyagers! We were Voyagers!
Turn around! Go to the right! Go to the... No, that's a tree.
Oh, shut it.
There you go.
Why'd we stop?
Maui. When he stole from the Mother Island, darkness fell. Pekar awoke. Monsters lurked and boats stopped coming back. To protect our people, the ancient chiefs forbid voyaging, and now we have forgotten who we are. And the darkness has continued to spread, chasing away our fish.
What's the nature of this venture you're in?
I'm going after the Black Pearl. I know where it's going to be, and I'm going to take it.
Jack, it's a fool's errand. You know better than me the tales of the Black Pearl.
That's why I know what Barbosa is up to. All I need is a crew.
What I hear tell of Captain Barbosa, he's not a man to suffer fools, nor strike a bargain with one.
Well, then I'd say it's a very good thing I'm not a fool, then, eh?
Prove me wrong. What makes you think Barbosa will give up his ship to you?
Let's just say it's a matter of leverage, eh?
Draining the life from island after island.
Our island.
But one day, someone will journey beyond our reef, find Maui, deliver him across the great ocean to restore the heart of Te Fiti.
Welcome to the Bermuda Triangle, where you'll embark on a monster cruise of a lifetime. A cruise?
Surprise!
Oh, no.
You're welcome for the tides, the sun, the sky. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. I'm just an ordinary guy. Hey, what has two thumbs and pulled up the sky? When you were waddling yay high, this guy. When the nights got cold, who stole you fire from down below? Looking at him, yo. Oh, also I lasso the sun. You're welcome to stretch your days and bring you fun. Also I harness the breeze. You're welcome to fill your sails and shake your trees.
Look! The moonlight shows us for what we really are. We are not among the living, and so we cannot die. But neither are we dead. For too long I've been parched of thirst and unable to quench it. Too long I've been starving to death and haven't died. I feel nothing. Not the wind on my face, nor the spray of the sea, nor the warmth of a woman's flesh. You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
The ship is representing our torch field. We have bordered it together with the monsters, who are probably representing the parasite. We can see clearly the black and white coloring code of the projection system. Within the ship, Prometheus' sun is radiating our torch field from the inside out. On the top we have the 5-point structure of Meru, being dominated by the black and red coloring code of the Fire Nation. The mass represents the pillars of Hercules. While being radiated, our torch field is generating and igniting plasma discharges between the red and blue energy fields. But we see an additional color. And yes guys, I'm really not crazy. You clearly see pink exploding or discharging too. Within the ship's windows you can also see the pink energy lighting up.
General Hero, I'm glad you could accept my invitation to join us on this historic event.
Man, grab the key, you go back to Port Royal and save your bonny lass, happy.
Let me see your hand.
The black spot.
Black spot.
Black spot.
My eyesight's as good as ever, just so you know.
In the movie, Jack got tagged or marked with the black spot given by Davy Jones, aka Hades. It is Davy Jones who unleashes the Kraken in the movie. As the Kraken is a child from Hades, I conclude that Davy is Hades. With the mark, the latter will hunt down Jack, Prometheus, in order to prevent Jack from boarding a new ship, as he must fulfill the Titan siege on Mother. With Hades controlling the underworld, the physical realm, and thus controlling the demiurge, Jack's marking looks like the Hand of God archetype. Within Black Ixta we notice that this could be the connection with Titan energies, linking through a wormhole that's connected with the demiurge energy sphere.
David Jones cannot make fort. Cannot step on land but once every 10 years. Land is where you are safe, Jack Sparrow. And so you will carry land with you.
Dirt. This is a jar of dirt.
Yes.
Is the jar of dirt going to hell?
If you don't want it, give it back.
No.
Then it helps.
Hey, Marie!
I advise that you pull back your men soon. They will be trapped in the city when the moon's power comes out.
Do not worry about the moon's power, General Hero.
Why should you not be worried about the moon's power?
Because your brother Firelord Ozai and I have decided it is in our best interests to kill the moon spirit.
What?
When I get the pearl back, I'm going to teach it to the whole crew. And we'll sing it all the time.
Then you will be positively the most fearsome pirates in the Spanish Main.
Not just the Spanish Main, love. The entire ocean. The entire world. Wherever we want to go, we go. That's what a ship is, you know. It's not just a keel and a hull and a deck and sails. That's what a ship needs.
Let's say our original system was a white body. In the electromagnetic world, a white body is able to reflect all radiation. In this case of a crater with an active radiating center, the black spot, the center, Mount Meru, Mother, might be radiating energy in certain frequencies, with the latter acting like a volcano, that like an antenna is receiving its energy from the bigger Earth. If an entity wants to take over this body, and penetration of the white body or shield is needed, hence the polar configuration was used to breach this electromagnetic field. With that, the sun was reprogrammed to emit black projections, and so emitting black body radiation, reprogramming bioelectrical systems in the crater with the goal of changing white body to black body. Is that why black lives really matter to the elite? With changing the white body into a black pearl, the parasite can start emitting its own frequencies into a biosphere.
But what a ship is, what the Black Pearl really is freedom.
Jack, It must be really terrible for you to be trapped on this island.
With stealing the Olympian fire, the sun, Prometheus got outcasted and punished by Zeus. Prometheus was bound to a rock, and an eagle, the emblem of Zeus, was sent to eat his liver, as the liver is thought to be the seat of human emotions. His liver would then grow back overnight, only to be eaten again the next day in an ongoing cycle. The eagle is the sun, radiating black young energy over daytime, while its self-reflection, the moon, yin energy, is trying to repair the damage done by radiation overnight. So by unbalancing the liver, one is unbalancing our energy field. The liver is connected with the solar plexus chakra. It's the energy point of the mother and father energies. By pressuring this chakra, one can create an unbalance in these energies, creating the two become one. Okay guys, let's follow Johnny and Benicio again, surfing towards the Pillars of Hercules, and what I believe is the clown. The red nose representing the Olympian fire of Prometheus. And we see the duality structure of two. Two eyes, probably the black and white projectors, two hair locks, and we see 5 teeth, the 5-point star Sirius.
You approach the turnstiles and know that when you get there, you have to give the man $2 or he won't let you inside. But when you get there, everything goes wrong. Some angry Rotarian shoves you and you think, what's happening here? What's going on? And you hear yourself mumbling.
Don't expect to pull. No fault of mine.
Okay Johnny, I thought you were telling to pay the man $2, but what do we see? You have $3. This is the second time I noted Johnny paying to enter a crater in the Trinity. 3 shillings and this time $3. Also at the entrance of a crater we see 3 turnstiles, a resemblance to the Trinity again. And with Johnny a group of men entered the crater. They wear Sufi hats. If you watch my video Baphomet, the two become one, you can find the Sufi are referring to Sophia, the divine mother wisdom, Mother Mount Meru. And it's a white lamp with the red and blue force fields, representing the white light of creation. In Chinese medicine, the liver is seen as the general in the army, that is the body. It is responsible for overseeing all operations. The liver pays attention to digestion, respiration, circulation, subtle energy flow, elimination, the immune function, and many more processes. It produces a wide spectrum of hormones and other chemicals. It is also said that the liver opens to the eyes, and we say that the eyes are the windows to the soul and openings for black and white projections. If you or anyone you know has ever done a liver cleanse, you know how clear and bright the eyes become afterward. The liver and heart are very closely connected, with being the seat of consciousness. Prometheus served to account for the mixture of good and bad in human life, and whose fashioning of humanity from clay was a presence to humankind itself. We see Jack Sparrow being an alcoholic, drinking all the time. This symbolized the creation of the unbalancing mixture of both energy fields, white and black projections and the red and blue, and where the alcohol sieges the liver, a common disease for humankind, served to humanity and Jack to destabilize the biofield, the human torus.
Step up to this fantastic machine. Just 99 cents. Your likeness will appear 200 feet tall on a screen over downtown Las Vegas. For just 99 cents more, you can have a voice message. Say whatever you want, fella. Oh, they'll hear you all right. You'll be 200 feet tall.
The ether was wearing off. The acid was long gone. But the mescaline was running strong. Good mescaline comes on slow. The first hour is all waiting. And then about halfway through its second hour, you start cursing the creep who burned you because nothing's happening. And then,
When entering the Kaaba Dome, which is probably installed within our crater, you see the APAP energy represented by the white-suited monkey, marked with the slogan, "Feeling good." I analyzed this ape's behavior as "don't mind this stand" or "don't mind these colors." It's crappy business, mocking it by vibrating his tongue and holding up his arm. In this stand we can see the Vivo Flame coloring code, the pink, blue and yellow, together with the black and white projection system, with an overall blue light shining on top, meaning we are experiencing a colorful realm within the physical underworld. I cannot read the blue text on the board with "You win" in pink. Throw in a comment if you know what it is. We are told that this machine can project us 200 feet tall over downtown Las Vegas. You see the camera with Kaaba Zoo broadcasting on it, filming the guy in the chair. Next to it we see the projection statue colored with red and blue force fields, and we see a projection text in yellow. Last, a woman taking care of the guy, maybe its mother. I think the yellow is representing the sun, projecting the image of a 200 feet tall man into the mind of the guy, in which the latter manifests this projection himself, which is caught on camera, and projected into the machine. Probably it's the mechanism of the Kaaba Dome projection system. Next, we see a stand with 3 clowns, the Holy Trinity again, with on the wall several religious figures taped onto it. Are the clowns referring to them? The clowns have black, rainbow and red and green on top, referring to energizing coloring codes. Trip to remember, shoot 'em up, and will it be one way? Is our soul lured into this Kaaba Dome system, pinpointed on a rotating disc and being under fire by red and blue colored darts? Notice the sign "Actual Victim." We are under fire by colored projections. Energizing or manifesting these can lead to self-reflection and self-suffering. We are not victims, but only experiencing these projections. When victimizing yourself, you become a prisoner of this dome. We are meant to return to the original world. Again, the disc is rotating within the blue underworld, energized by pink lights.
Zhang.
I hate to say this, but this place is getting to me. I think I'm getting the fear.
Nonsense. We came here to find the American dream. Now that we're right in the vortex, you want to quit? You must realize, man, we found the main nerve.
That's what gives me the fear.
Look.
What?
There's 2 women fucking a polar bear.
Don't tell me those things. Not now, man. This is my last drink. How much money can you lend me?
Not much. Why?
I have to go.
Go?
Yeah. Leave the country.
Oh, come down. Shit, you'll be straight in a few hours. Just sit the fuck down.
Oh, fuck around, man. This is serious. One more hour in this town, I'll kill somebody.
By now, Johnny and Benicio have boarded the Kaaba Dome energy field, with both highly intoxicated and vulnerable to self-reflection due to the many mirrors. Benicio is experiencing the fear, the main energy contracted within the underworld. Johnny though is already surfing pink energy, visualized by the pink coating on his glasses, and wants to go all into this experience. Both are seating at the heart of the vortex, probably a mother's energy field that's being hijacked by the parasites. To fuel the dome by quoting, "We found the main nerve. This is serious."
Here, take this should be enough for sure. All right, come on, let's go downstairs and gamble.
Hey, you guys don't fucking give up.
Where'd he go? Where did he go? Good.
What is the thing gonna stop?
Stop.
Stop it!
Stop it. It's not ever gonna stop. Don't move, you'll come around. Look, he's... Come on. Let go. Quick, like a bunny. Come on. Hop. Come on. Hop. Oh, you weakling chicken shit bastard. All right.
No pets allowed. Uh-oh. Perfect.
Welcome aboard. How are you doing?
James, come on.
Oh, lovely shirt. Yes. Oh, hello. Welcome aboard.
This is Bob. Say hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
They're getting stronger. This is a scroll from the Great Library. This is our map. Our world is going to change soon, gentlemen.
Last but not least, the Z form. Z form is a left-handed helix. Just like if we had the B form and we are rolling it, then the length of this form will become longer and the diameter will become shorter. So that's the difference between B form and Z form. Z form is called Z form because they have a zigzag sugar phosphate backbone running in anti-parallel direction. Why they have zigzag form? Because of the sequence present in it, and they have alternating purines and pyrimidines on it, just like the example here is GC, GC, and GC. Now, the B form of DNA can take this Z form of DNA if the number of proteins can bind to it and in one helical conformation and force the DNA to adopt a different conformation. Each turn contains approximately 12 base pairs, so it is longer than the B form and A form, and the distance of each turn is approximately 44 Armstrong. The diameter of the Z form is 18 Armstrong, so the diameter of Z form is smaller than B form and A form. The helical...
In a different piece of research, scientists have discovered that some bacteria-invading viruses can carry DNA with a different letter to that of all other known DNA. This difference has been known about for some time, but it was thought to be very rare. This new study, however, shows that it is much more widespread than previously thought. DNA is almost always constructed using the same four-letter alphabet of chemical compounds known as nucleotides: guanine, cytosine, thymine, and adenine. A DNA strand is composed of two strands of these chemicals which are tied together in a double helix. The alphabet that is used is the same for plants as it is for humans. The instructions are just different. RNA uses the same alphabet but exchanges thymine for uracil. In 1977, Russian scientists discovered that a virus which invades cyanobacteria had substituted all of its A's for the chemical 2-aminoadenine. This changes its alphabet from ATCG to ZTCG. In the late 1980s, they discovered that the use of the Z nucleotide meant that it had some clear advantages. It was more stable at higher temperatures. It helped one strand of DNA bind more accurately to the second strand of DNA after replication. zDNA could resist certain proteins present in bacteria that could normally destroy viral DNA. The phages carrying this Z genome could be considered as a different form of life, but it is difficult to know the exact origin. When they analysed sequences of phages with a Z genome and compared them with other organisms, they discovered that the Z genomes are actually more widespread than previously thought. They discovered it in more than 200 different types of bacteriophages. The scientists identified 2 different proteins which were involved in the making of this Z nucleotide. When they analyzed the evolutionary history of these proteins, they discovered that it relates to a protein found in some single-celled organisms.
So, what are they telling us here? Let's do this on the canvas black body radiation, able to fully absorb and emit the spectrum of electromagnetic radiation. So, we know now that zDNA is expanding within the cells of biological systems like humans and animals, caused by viral infection which alternates the chemical structure of nucleic acids. In my research, I tried to explain that a viral infection is the definition of exosome proteins, cleaning the cell from toxins and combat toxication. Exosomes are proteins coded with information from the cell's own DNA to execute a wide range of tasks. So it is a cell's self-created exosome protein that is causing the alternation of nucleic acids inside the cell. So, where are we heading with getting zinced?
Everyone assemble on the forward deck. We are arriving at our final destination. From the depths of creation, the mighty city has risen once again. Home to the greatest monster civilization the world has ever known, far surpassing Athens and Rome in art, culture, and sophistication. I give you the legendary lost city of Atlantis.
We saw in my video the Chirac countdown that cells have an own antenna to receive and emit pattern information using algorithms through electromagnetic radiation, the primary cilium. With injecting modified enzymes that can control a cell's transcription and translation process, thus the creation of proteins within a cell, one could program proteins with pattern information or codes to execute tasks.
It's a giant rocket! There's a place you gotta be, 1,000 leagues beneath the sea, and it's waiting over here for you and me. Gonna take you for a ride, but first you gotta come inside. Get ready for the party's on tonight. So relax and just unwind, leave your worries all behind.
One of these codes could be the transformation of exosome proteins to alternate the chemical structure of nucleic acids, thus alternating the structure of these building blocks to change bDNA into zDNA. With that, our cells can tune into the electrical field of the parasite, the Solomon energy fields, becoming a fuel cell for this grid and so probably disconnecting the last lifeline with mother, changing green for pink, the surfing energy for the roller coaster to Tomorrowland.
You're my cute little tarantula. How could I ever leave you?
Now seriously, go talk to her.
I can't. You heard what she said. She could never be with someone like me.
No, Dad. You're just a half, and you have to follow your destiny to find an infinite whole.
You sound like Johnny.
Point is, you can't deny Zing. Monster, human, unicorn, it doesn't matter. So go to her, now!
Okay, I'm on it.
Just talking to a tree right now. But if you're there, I need to give you a heads up. If Grace is with you, look into her memories. See the world we come from. There's no green there.
They killed their mother. And they're gonna do the same here. More sky people are gonna come. They're gonna come like a rain that never ends. Unless we stop them.
By disconnecting with Mother, our human biofield or torus will tune into the parasite's field through the MIMO antenna network, energizing its massive motherboards that through torsion using double tetrahedron fields will generate Tomorrowland, the terraforming of Crater Earth into the image of Titan. The two become one.
You are amazing.
You always have to wake up. They can fix a spinal if you got the money, but not on vet benefits, not in this economy. A VA check and $12 will get you a cup of coffee. And what they call waitlisted.
Welcome to Tomorrowland, a very acidic future, one in where the pH of humans and all other biological systems will be manipulated into acidic levels. In this 2009 movie, we already seen the people of Tomorrowland wearing face masks, keeping toxicity running within the bloodstream. A future wherein electromagnetic algorithms can heal or make one sick. Is it all in the name of profit, power and keeping our true potential down? A future for Generation Z, the next generation, an Xbox youth that has been isolated from each other, thinking and conceiving out of box processes, having choice of gender at young age, and already reaching the age of adulthood regarding making choices over vaccinations. And most of all, we probably will carry the Z-Gen. By unlocking our heart and reprogramming our DNA, are we being used to get to the rescue of Titans? What course are we heading? Will it be Atlantis? Or will we choose our own destiny? My question to you is, what ship will you board?
And then, zang.
Late for your arrival. You know I forgive you every single time. Retreat, retreat, I've fallen at the low tide. Oh, retreat, retreat, and meet me by the quayside. In the end, all you can hope for is the love you felt to equal the pain you've gone through. Are your eyes showing up for mine? Your face in my hands is everything that I need. The systems put in place, put there to protect us. For you I'd throw a lifeline every time. Oh, retreat,
Are you telling the truth?
Every word, love. And what you want most in this world is to find the chest of Davy Jones, is it not?
To save Will?
By finding the chest of Davy Jones.
Mr. Gibbs! Captain, we have our heading. Finally! Cast up those lines, weigh anchor, and crowd that canvas!
The Swan.